Hello guys, welcome to this Sencha ExtJS series. In this we are going to see about how to generate an workspace and how to generate an application. I already posted a video regarding this with ExtJS 5, but as people are requesting for ExtJS 6, also posting the same. Let us start the session. So first of all, we need to download the GPL version of your framework from the website. If you have a license, you can download from your support site. If you don't have a license, then you have to download it as a GPL version of license. So I have a commercial version, it's just I'm using it. So I had the commercial version, I just unzipped it, it's created the folder. So once the SDK folder is available and your Sencha command is installed, then you will be able to access the Sencha and you will get a workspace file, something, not workspace, SDK file, something like this. So these are your Sencha SDK files. So now we are inside the SDK folder. Now we need to generate our personal workspace from our SDK. Okay, so just remember it, you have to generate your workspace from your SDK folder. Okay, otherwise you have to mention it externally. So just type Sencha generate workspace and the workspace name. I want the workspace to be outside of my SDK folder, so I'm just specifying one directory back. Then I'm just specifying like Sencha workspace. The workspace folder name if you given, then it will try to generate the workspace and it will copy the whatever the list of necessary JavaScript file which is required for this framework to run. Those things will be copied to the workspace under the ext folder. So once it is copied fully, then we can go ahead with our app creation from our ext folder. Okay, I'm just skipping this part to make the video a bit shorter, so just bear with me. So the workspace generation is completed now. So you will see something like this once the copying framework from 6.0.02 the Sencha workspace ext folder is completed, then the workspace generation part is completed. Now you can go back and you can get inside the workspace. Okay, so this is our workspace. So your workspace will have a .sencha folder which will have all the Ant build related XML files, and it will have an ext folder, and it will have a packages where the themings and stuff would stay. It will have a workspace JSON metadata file, and this is the main file. So before proceeding with the app, first we need to get inside our ext folder because that's where our source file lies. So now you can do Sencha generate app, whatever the app name you prefer. Okay, so given the app name and the app directory location, I want the app not to be there in the ext folder. I want it should be inside a Sencha workspace, so I'm just giving it. So if you given generate app demo app, then it will proceed with the app creation. So for workspace it is in the workspace and workspace location. For application it is simply like app and app name and app location. So as of now we completed the two steps. First we generated an workspace, after that we have generated an application. Once the application is generated, now you can do a build of your current application. As everyone knows, in ExtJS 6 they have merged the code base of Sencha Touch and Sencha ExtJS. So it's a single framework now. You can just generate it. So in Sencha command you can just run Sencha app build, and you can just specify the type of build you want to do, whether you want to do a classic build or you want to do a modern build. You have to specify that as in the end. Okay, so the app part is completed. Now we can come back and we can get inside our demo app. Okay, so now it is completed. Now we will proceed with the build of our app. Sencha app build, and you have to specify the type. Okay, and you can specify even the type of build that you want. Let us first do a classic. So you can just check it. It is taking processing build script as in classic when you pass it as in classic. So by default it is moving all the code to the production folder inside your builder. But if you don't want the production build to be taken, then you can specify in the end again as in testing or production. So that the build is completed. Now you, instead of classic, if you want a modern build, then you can specify it as in modern. You can just check in the first step itself what kind of build it is taking. So it's now doing a modern build. So to watch similarly, which code base you want to watch, you can specify it here itself, or you can just specify it as simply watch, and you can just specify classic. Okay. So once it is done, once application is started, now you can go back to your browser and you can just specify the default port number of Sencha command, which is 1841. You can specify your host name and the IP address, host number or IP address with the port number as in 1841. So it's done. Okay, so ours is demo app. You can just click on it, and the default application which comes with the ExtJS would be opened. That's part of it. So if you want a mobile version to be displayed, then you can just switch on your developer tools, and you can just click on the mobile icon which is near to the inspector. So now you can just refresh your browser. Previously the tab panel was on the side, now it was in the bottom. So they have created two different apps views, and they have been using the same controller and model for it. Okay, so now we've seen all these four steps. We initially generated a workspace using Sencha generator workspace, and we given the workspace location. After that we generated app, Sencha generated app and app name and app location. In the third step we generated build, Sencha app build, and we specified what kind of build that you want, classic or modern. We specified it, and similarly for watch it's same step. Okay, so once the application is generated, you'll find a classic and modern folder where the respective files lies, and the controller and the model lies in a different location. So when you're doing a modern build, it will pick the file views from this. When you do a classic build, it picks the files from this, and it does do the necessary build, and it is generated the app.js, final JS as bundled the final app.js. So that's how it works. So I covered almost everything. So I hope it is helpful. See you in the next session. Bye bye.